How to play better on a potato phone. One of the most common reasons that you're not rich, you die a lot, or you can't play as good as you want is having a bad device. And ArenaBreakout, being one of the hardest shooter games ever, is not an optimized game for low-end devices. So today I'm going to teach you how to play better on a bad device. Make sure to just like the video and subscribe if you want more tips, and now without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so before we get to the actual tips, let me make it clear. I'm not gonna do a magic trick and be like, boom, now you can play on 60 FPS instead of 20. But I am here to help you to play the best way possible on that 20 FPS that you have. Okay, now the first tip to play better with a low-end device. Play on bigger maps. Smaller maps contain more players in a smaller radius, meaning your potato device have to render more online things in your area, which forces your phone to reach its limits, and therefore, your device gets laggy. Playing on small maps such as Armory and TV Station or even Farm while having a bad device is not the best choice. Try playing on bigger maps, Northridge, Mine, Valley. These maps, even though they're too big and there's a lot of stuff to render, but at least they're not online. Rendering online things will affect your phone way more than offline obstacles or buildings and bots. So play on bigger maps, it'll be less laggy. Tip number 2, buy a new phone. Okay. I'm joking, sorry. Play with low fire rate guns. Higher fire rate equals more animations in a second, and more animations in a second equals more things to render. And more things to render? Yeah. When you're playing with a gun like AR-57 or Glock 18C, you're shooting more than 800 rounds per minute, and that's a lot of back and forth movement for your gun. So instead of that, try playing with lower fire rate weapons. Marksman rifles and carbines and other low fire rate guns can help you a lot if you don't have a decent device. But if you really like high fire rate guns like H4 and you want to play with it badly, there's actually a way that you can play with it. Buy a new device. Now you might ask, 762, if playing with lower fire rate guns is better for a low-end device, then snipers are the best for potato phones, right? No, that's actually a good question, because there's a limit to this fire rate, and if it falls under this certain fire rate, again, it'll be a bad choice for your device. With that being said, we'll get to the third tip. Don't play with bolt actions. Playing with the snipers is mostly a one-shot, one-kill task, and if you F it up, there's no going back. You'll give away your location, you'll get killed, and you lose. And sniping is a very precise task. If you want to be a good sniper, everything has to be smooth in order to hit the final shot. The frame rates, the ping, everything, unless your target will be teleporting over and over again, and it'll be impossible to hit a good shot. Now, it's a different story if you're a rat and you sit for hours in a corner, you wait for your enemy to kill everyone, and then you just hit him while he's looting. Like I said, that's a different story, and if your playstyle is like that, cool, you can use bolt actions. I would say the best replacement for snipers is M110 if you're rich, and if you're not, SVDS. And if you're even poorer, you can go with M14 or SVTU. I know it is true that you need at least 2 shots to the body to get the kill, but trust me, you won't have a good time trying to aim on a target while your phone is this laggy. Tip number 4, kill the bots. I know a lot of times when you're trying to push somewhere or you're just passing by, you don't kill the bots and you just ignore them. Most of the times it's because you're not trying to give away your location or you're trying to sneak through somewhere, and if that's the case, sure, then don't kill them. But if there's no reason for not killing them, then just get them. Cause after you get in a fight, them just being alive will be a problem for you. I know they'll get respawned, but they might not just when you're fighting. So from now on, don't just pass by, kill somebody and your teammates will love you. Be a good teammate. Okay, now the in-game tips are over, but I still have something to tell you which I think will help you to play better, but they're not in-game tips or combat tips. They still will help you to play better if you have a bad device or be less stressed for having a bad device. Tip number 5, fix your expectations. Now pay close attention, I'm not saying lower your expectations, I'm saying fix it. So before I get the iPad, there is a whole video for it, you can watch it later. I had a bad device, like it lagged terribly at Armory and other small maps. And that's actually why I mostly played Northridge, and so if you're asking then why the gameplays are smooth, it's because I use some apps to smoothen up the videos for the gameplay. Anyway, so before I had the iPad, I was like, dude, the day I get the iPad, I'm getting everyone. I'm gonna go fully aggressive and just push everyone anywhere. And I did for a quite long time. And then I realized, damn, I'm not getting any money, I'm not improving. I'm just dying most of the times, and I was stuck at 250 million for a long time. So again, I changed my ways, and I didn't just push because I had a good device or somehow a good aim. I played more strategically, or passive, and then again, I was back on track. So the moral of the story is, even if you get the most expensive device, you're still gonna get 2-tap to us M61s, and you're still gonna get ratted with dum-dums. And playing better doesn't really depend on your device. I'm not saying it won't affect it. I mean, obviously, having a smoother vision helps you to aim better, move better, and just do anything better. But it's not the most important factor. Like, come on, I got the number 1 on the leaderboard with my last device. And it was hard. But just don't think if you get a good device, that's it, the game is switched on easy mode and you're gonna get racks of money and players or anything that you wish. It's the player, not the phone. I know it's gonna trigger a lot of you, but trust me, a bad player on a bad device will not be a good player on a good device. The only case which is different is a good player on a bad device. And you know it better than anyone else if you're a good player or a bad player. If you're just dying because you have a massive frame drop, or you're just dying because you have a trash aim. So please, don't get mad at me, it's just how it goes. Tip number 6, stop complaining. Let's just go through it logically. You either have a good device or a bad device. If you have a good device, then good for you and you're out of the statement. Now, if you have a bad device, you'll get killed because your phone is going to mess with you. Now that you're dead, you either can complain and be like, bro, this device, or I was lagging and blah blah. Or you could just be a good teammate and give some info. Like, I hate it when my teammate dies and he starts complaining and be like, bro, this device, or oh, I'm lagging, look at my MS, or just complains. Like, I get it, you have a bad device, I hope you get a better one, but could you just give me some info instead of complaining? I'm really doing it for the community. This game is hard, it's not optimized, and it really hurts when you die. I get it. You either not play the game because you have a bad device, or you can go buy a new device. I don't know, do anything that works for you. For example, I started doing YouTube. Or just play with the bad device and try to be the best possible on that device. With that being said, we'll get to the last tip, which I think is the most important one. Do something. And this one is completely not related to the game. You see, you may have a lot of obstacles, a lot of problems, a lot of downfalls, and you can't just make it yet. Just look at me, the game was banned in my country, and I guess it's mutual as there's no Iran's flag in the game. I know, that's crazy. You might have never known, but you can go check it. They don't have Iran's flag, the game is banned, and any streaming app is banned, YouTube is banned, and yet I'm here creating content. And I'm improving, and I love it. So, first of all, thanks to all of your supports and just you helping me. But just look, everything was against me, and I still tried my best. Started doing YouTube, and we're already at 23k subscribers. I don't really know what's the best for you and what works the best for you, but whatever it is, just do it. A little Nike classic. Yeah, just do it, and after that, you may have the device that you desire, and who knows, maybe you're the best AB content creator, or any other game that you play, or anything, maybe you're just the best. And that was it for today's video. Thanks for watching it till the end. I know having a bad device hurts a lot, I've been there, but I really hope you get a better device, and it's not going to fall out of the sky. You gotta try for it, do your best, and be the best. And like always, love you all, see you in a bit.